Good morning, students. In last class you learnt about mean of ungrouped data and mean of grouped data. We applied direct method to find the mean of grouped data. When do we apply direct method? We can apply direct method when Fi and Xi are low. Sometimes when the numerical values of Xi and Fi are large. Suppose in sometimes Xi and Fi are in large in number, then finding the product of Xi and Fi becomes tedious and time consuming. Suppose if Fi and Xi are in large in number, calculating the product of Xi and Fi becomes lengthy and time consuming. So for such situations, let us think of a method of reducing these calculations. So we required one more method to reduce these calculations. Which method reduces calculations and time consuming? Which method reduces these calculations and time consuming? We require one more method, that is assumed mean method. Assumed mean method reduces these calculations and time consuming. Which method reduces calculations and time consuming? Assumed mean method. Assumed mean method reduces these calculations and time consuming. When do we apply assumed mean method? When Fi and Xi are large in number. When Fi and Xi are large numbers, then we can apply this assumed mean method. Now assumed mean method. We can do nothing with the Fi's. We cannot make any change in Fi's. We do not make any change in Fi's. We write Fi's as it is as per the given problem. But we can change each Xi. Xi means what? Class mark. But we can change each Xi to a smaller number. So that our calculations become easy. Let us try this method for the data in example 1. Already we used example 1. Already we used example 1 for direct method. So what is the first step? We have to follow in assumed mean method? Choose one among the Xi's as the assumed mean and denote it by A. Here we may take A from Xi's which lies in the center of x1, x2, so on xn. So we can choose A is equals to 47.5 or A is equal to 62.5. Let us choose A is equals to 47.5. Here in this table, these are class marks. These are class marks. These are class marks. Class marks are denoted by Xi. Choose one among the Xi's as the assumed mean and denote it by A. Here these are all Xi's. What are Xi's here? What are class marks? 17.5, 32.5, 47.5, 62.5, 77.5, 92.5. Choose one among the Xi's as the assumed mean and denote it by A, or we may take A from xi's which lie in the center of x1 comma x2 comma x3 comma x4 comma x5 comma x6. Here how many class marks are there? 6. First one is x1, this is x1, this is x2, this is x3, x4, x5, x6. So which are lies, which class marks lie in the center? Here this is x3 and this is x4. x3 and x4 lies in the center of x1 comma x2 comma x3 comma x4 comma x5 comma x6. So among these two, we can take either 47.5 as assumed mean, or we can take 62.5 as assumed mean. So in this problem we are taking 47.5 as assumed mean. 47.5 as assumed mean. In this problem we are taking 47.5 as assumed mean. Next, second step. Next step is second step. Find the deviation of A from each of the xi's, which we denote as di. Find the deviation of A from each of the xi's, which we denote as di. That is, di is equals to xi minus A. What is A here? 47.5. So di is what here? Xi minus 47.5. Next, third step. What is third step? Find the product of di with the corresponding fi and take the sum of all the fi and di's. These calculations are shown in the table. So what is third step? Find the product of di with the corresponding fi and take the sum of all fi di's. These calculations are shown in the table. Now this is the table. So this is the table. This table contains 5 columns. First column is class interval. Second column number of students, that is fi. Third column class marks, that is xi. Fourth column is di, deviations, that is di is equal to xi minus 47.5, or we can write di is equal to xi minus a, and fifth column is fi into di. Here we write class interval and number of students as it is as per the given problem. We know how to find class marks. How to find class marks? Lower limit plus upper limit by 2. So what is the class mark for first column 10 to 25? 10 plus 25 by 2, that is 35 by 2. 35 by 2 means 17.5. Next, find a class mark for 25 to 40. 25 plus 40 by 2, 65 by 2. 65 by 2 means 32.5. Next, find class mark for 40 to 55. 40 plus 55 by 2, 95 by 2. 95 by 2 means 47.5. This is assumed mean. What is assumed mean here? 47.5. Next, what is the class mark for 55 to 70? 55 plus 70 by 2. 55 plus 70. How much? 125. 125 by 2. 125 by 2 means 62.5. Next, what is the class mark for 70 to 85? 70 plus 85. 155 by 2. 155 by 2 is equal to 77.5. Next, class mark for 85 to 100. 85 plus 100 by 2, 185 by 2. 185 by 2 means 92.5. Now find deviation. Di is equal to xi minus a. Here first find d1. How to find d1? X1 minus a. What is x1 here? 17.5. A is what? 47.5. So 17.5 minus 47.5. How much? Minus 30. This is d1. What is d1? Minus 30. Next to find d2. How to find d2? X2 minus a. What is x2? 32.5 minus a. A is what? 47.5. 32.5 minus 47.5. How much? Minus 15. Next find d3. How to find d3? x3 minus a. x3 is 47.5. A is also 47.5. 47.5 minus 47.5. 0. Next find d4. d4 is equal to x4 minus a. Here x4 is 62.5. 62.5 minus 47.5. How much? 15. Next find d5. How to find d5? x5 minus a. What is x5? 77.5 minus 47.5. 77.5 minus 47.5 is 30. Next, how to find d6? d6 is equal to x6 minus a. x6 is 92.5 minus a is 47.5. 92.5 minus 47.5 is 45. d6 is 45. Now find fi into di in the last column. What is f1? What is f1 here? 2. d1 is minus 30. So f1 into d1, 2 into minus 30, minus 60. Next find f2. f2 into d2, 3 into minus 15. 3 into minus 15, minus 45. Next, f3 into d3. f3 is 7, d3 is 0. 7 into 0, 0. Next, find f4 into d4. f4 is 6, d4 is 15. 6 into 15, 90. Next, find fi into d5. fi is 6, d5 is 30. 6 into 30, 180. Next, f6 into d6. f6 6, d6 45. 6 into 45, 270. Now find the sum of fi into di. Here 90 plus 180, 270. 270 plus 270, 540. 540 minus 105. 540 minus 105, how much? 435. So sigma fi into di is what? 435. Next, sigma fi, sum of frequencies. Sigma fi means sum of frequencies. Here number of students column is nothing but frequency column. Sum of frequencies sigma fi, that means total number of students is 30 here. Now let us find the relation between d bar and x bar. What is d bar? D bar is mean of deviations. What is x bar? Mean. Mean is denoted by x bar. Here d bar is mean of deviations and x bar is the mean. Now what is the formula of mean of deviations? Mean of deviations is denoted by d bar. Formula is sigma fi into di by sigma fi. D bar is equals to sigma fi, write as it is. di is equal to xi minus a. In place of di, you write xi minus a by sigma fi, write as it is. Now multiply sigma fi with xi minus a. Remove the circular bracket, multiply sigma fi with each term of xi minus a. Then we get sigma fi into xi minus a into sigma fi by sigma fi. Now write separate denominator. We get sigma fi xi by sigma fi minus a into sigma fi by sigma fi. Here sigma fi xi by sigma fi, sigma fi into xi by sigma fi is nothing but x bar. X bar means mean. Sigma fi xi by sigma fi is nothing but mean. Mean is denoted by x bar. Here sigma fi cancelled. So what is left in the second term? A. So we got d bar is equal to x bar minus a. Next we got d bar is equal to x bar minus a. Now transpose this minus a to left hand side. Then we get x bar is equals to a plus d bar. So a plus, in place of d bar means mean of deviations. What is mean of deviations formula? Sigma fi into di by sigma fi. Therefore x bar is equals to, therefore mean x bar is equal to, formula is what? A plus sigma fi into di by sigma fi. What is the formula of mean? By using assumed mean method, x bar is equals to a plus sigma fi di by sigma fi. Now substitute the values of a, sigma fi into di and sigma fi from the table. We get, what is a value? 47.5. So in place of a you write 47.5. What is the value of sigma fi di? We get in the table 435. And what is sigma fi? 30. 47.5 right as it is. 435 by 30. What is the value of 435 by 30? 14.5. 47.5 plus 14.5, how much? 62. Therefore the mean of the marks obtained by the students is 62. In